Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Now I know I haven't done one of my more detailed makeup tutorials with you guys for a while, so I thought I would jump back into it with a pretty crazy makeup tutorial. This is one that was inspired by the Alice in Wonderland palette, which I am using in the video, by the way. I hope that you guys like this look, and if you want to find out how to get this look, then please keep on watching. Okay, to start off, I'm going to show you guys my favorite base combo. I actually came across this after tons of research. I saw a really pretty base on one of my friends and I asked her what it was, and I mixed that into my combo. So I'm first going to start off with this In Transit camera close-up from ThisWorks. I think they do sell it at Sephora. They definitely do sell it in Sephora Malaysia and Singapore. I'm just not sure about Sephora US. It's really great for evening out the skin tone and moisturizing the skin, which is what I am doing right now. This is going to serve as my moisturizer. Now your skin will get a little tacky, that's perfectly fine. We're going to move on with this Dermalogica Hydrablur primer. This is also another really great one for smoothing out the imperfections, getting rid of pores, and just kind of lightening the wrinkles on your skin. I like to apply that onto my T-zone area, underneath my eyes as well, to get rid of the wrinkles there. Okay, so now base is done. I'm next going to move on to the foundation. The foundation I'm going to be using is this Naked Skin one. It is so beautiful. I did hear a couple people say that this is not meant to be used with a beauty blender. I personally really like using it with a beauty blender, so I guess to each his own. I do recommend though that your beauty blender is just damp and not too wet, otherwise it does break up the foundation. Okay, now I'm going to move on to concealer. I'm using the brand new Too Faced, what are these called? Born This Way concealers. They are absolutely beautiful. I'm using the lighter one to highlight my skin and the darker one, which is the color light medium, to conceal any acne scars that I have. Oh, and this lighter one is in the color Very Fair, in case any of you are interested. This is the lightest color in their collection. Also, I don't know why the camera keeps picking up that my foundation color is lighter than my skin, because I'm wearing a foundation color that's actually one tone darker than my skin. Not sure what's going on there. If you've got really dry skin and acne that's drying up, you definitely want to check out these concealers because they're very, very hydrating, and because of that they sit really well on the skin as well. So if you've got kind of like a scabby pimple, it's not going to highlight that. Also, just make sure your beauty blender is damp when you're tapping this in. That makes it a lot easier to blend the product into your skin. Alright, now I'm going to move on to the powder, and this is one of those products I saw on my friend and she immediately told me this is the secret to my really beautiful base. This is the By Terry Hydrablur powder. I'm using the tapered highlighter F35 brush from Sigma. This one has really, really soft, very spaced out bristles, and I feel like it just doesn't disturb the makeup and yet applies the powder very beautifully and evenly, which is what I like. It obviously only covers a very, very tiny area, so if you've got a larger face, maybe look for a slightly larger brush. On me, I really, really like it, and I don't have a tiny face, so I think it would fit a lot of people as well. So just kind of tap that all in. Make sure to be very, very careful in the areas that you conceal because you don't want to disturb the concealer. Alright, I'm going to move on to the eyes now, and because this look is going to be really full color, I'm going to be laying down a base. I'm using my MAC Paint Pot in the color Painterly and a Sigma 3D HD Precision brush just to apply that all over the lid. Almost forgot to do my brows. I'm going to comb them out and then fill them in with my Urban Decay brow beater. This is in the color Neutral Brown. Okay, now that my brows are done, I'm going to move on to the eyes. And for the eyes, I'm going to be using this amazing palette right here. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it before because it is beautiful. This is what it looks like. Woo! Almost dropped the shadows there. I feel like I might drop it again, see? There's a butterfly! Okay, I'm not going to do the whole thing for you guys because I'm sure you guys know what it looks like, and I'm going to drop it if I do. I'll show you the important part. The beautiful eyeshadows. Look at that! To be perfectly honest, I have no idea what look I'm going to do. Let me think about it. I'll be right back. The first thing I'm going to do is start off with the color Looking Glass right here on the palette. It's pretty much the lightest color. I'm just going to use that to sweep all over my lid all the way up to the brow bone. Okay, next I'm gonna grab the Sigma brush. It is the E35 if I'm not mistaken, a nice large fluffy one. I'm gonna go in with the color Reflection in the palette, and I'm gonna use that to just dust all over the crease. It's not going to give you much color, but it does give you just the slightest bit of dimension. All right, I'm taking a smaller little brush for the crease. This is what it looks like. It's actually a Smith brush. I don't know what it's called, 230. And I'm taking the color Chessboard, which is this one right here, and I'm going to push that into the crease. Just gonna blend that out a tiny bit with a slightly larger fluffy brush, and keep going. Next, I'm going to be using the color Salazan Grum. Am I pronouncing it right? I have no idea. It's this beautiful kind of coppery red color right here. I'm picking it up on a Makeup Forever 22-8S brush. Okay, don't worry so much about the edges just yet. We're not quite done. Just want to get as much color on there as possible. Alright, let's move on to the next color. I'm going to be taking the color Bandersnatch, which is this one right here, on a tiny no-name pencil brush. I'm gonna start to build that up in the outer corners, taking it out towards the ends of the eyebrow. Okay, and at this point what I want to do is drag it into the crease to create a bit more of a cut crease and deepen the cut crease that we've already created there. If you've got hooded eyelids like me, you're gonna have to look down and raise your brows, otherwise you won't be able to get into this little area. Just keep going in a nice pretty V and build that color as you go. So now I'm gonna go in and add a little bit of detail to the outer corners first. I am gonna try the color Dream On, which is this glittery purple one right here in the palette. Hopefully that gives me something, I'm really not sure. It's all trial and error together, guys. There we go, now that's prettier, right? Okay, I'm gonna go in with a much darker color now. This is the color Time, right here on the palette. That is gonna go into my crease just to deepen it a little bit more. Again, if you've got hooded eyelids like I do, you're gonna wanna lift your eyebrows and look kind of downwards into your mirror. And I wanna lightly blend it out just so there are no harsh lines. For this gorgeous periwinkle color in the inner corners of the eyes, the first thing I'm going to do is lay down a base. This is just a pencil from Innisfree, and I'm going to be using the color Metamorphosis from the palette, which is this gorgeous color right here. First thing I'm going to do is lay down a nice base using that pencil. And I'm also going to join it up into the crease here. And I'm just going to pat that periwinkle color on top of my pencil. And then the next step for the eyeshadow is going to be Time, which is the darkest blue color right here on the palette, on the pencil brush that I used for Makeup Geek earlier, onto the lower lash line, joining it up with the outer corners. Okay, actually let's leave this middle part empty. Let's see what I can do with it later. This is probably not going to be your typical everyday wearable look, but I've been doing so much of those, I figure why not do something fun this time, right? Good way to jump back into those makeup tutorials. I know I haven't been doing a lot for you guys, but I'm hoping to change that very, very soon. Next up, I'm going to finish it all off with a tiny bit of glam. I'm going in with the Heavy Metal Glitter Liners. I'm pretty sure that's what they're called, in the color AC/DC from Urban Decay. And I'm going to use that to glitter up my mobile lid where I placed that beautiful copper color. Now I'm not going to reapply or apply too much. I just want it to very lightly cover the area without taking away the color. Oops, sorry guys, I wasn't in focus. Okay, I'm going to do it again. There we go. So I'm just taking out one kind of application of the glitter, and I'm going to apply that all over the mobile lid. I'm not going to go in with another layer. I'm just going to make sure that it's glittery without taking away the color that's already on the lid from the eyeshadow. This is what it looks like. Oh my gosh, guys. Glitter. I love you. Next up is eyeliner. I'm using the Black Magic from Ico. I think this is a pretty great eyeliner actually. It gives you really nice smooth lines and you don't need to shake it up too much. And I've been using it for quite a while now and it hasn't dried up on me yet. So of course, I want to do a nice big wing there. Okay, I'm gonna do the waterline both upper and lower with this pencil from Etude House, which I have run out of, but no matter, I have backups. This is how much I like the pencil, by the way. Alright, now I'm gonna give my lashes a really light curl and apply some mascara. I'm not gonna focus too much on this because I am gonna be putting falsies on. For falsies, I'm going to apply a pair that I am actually really excited about. House of Lashes recently released a mini collection, and their iconics have become minis as well. I do like the original iconics, except sometimes with certain makeup looks they are a little bit too large and a little bit too dramatic. So I'm really happy that these came out. So let's go. I also want to show you guys this eyelash glue that I've been trying out. It's called Bokto. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It's actually a Thai brand. And I've been trying these out and their eyelashes out as well, and I am actually really impressed with the glue. It functions just as well as my favorite House of Lashes glue, and I really like it. Plus, it's a lot cheaper. Okay guys, so this is what the lashes look like on. They are not very much smaller than the regular iconics when you look at them in the packaging, but it does make a world of difference on your eyes. Anyway, I just really like that I have two options when it comes to sizes now. Alright, we are done with the eyes. I'm going to move on to contouring now. This is the Anastasia contour kit. I'm going to be using just a mix of the contour colors really. I don't really care very much which colors I use. I don't really care what contour colors I use because I'm pretty neutral toned, so I can take all three colors. This brush, on the other hand, non-negotiable. This is the Beta brush by Elysium Brushes, and these are so beautiful. I love them so much. I'll leave a link down below to where you guys can get the brushes. No affiliation, no money made from the sales of these brushes whatsoever on my part. I am just letting you guys know that these are really good brushes. I'm all huffy because I'm supposed to be at a dinner really soon, but instead I'm here filming a makeup tutorial that's going on way too long. Anyway, we are doing the blush now. I'm going in with one of my absolute favorites at the moment. This is the Burberry London with Love blush and highlight palette. I kind of just mix the both together and it gives me a really pretty glow to my skin. Just make sure that you blend it into your contour so everything looks pretty seamless. Next, I'm going to move on to highlight, and of course, I'm going to be using The Balm Mary Luminizer because I'm still obsessed with this palette and I cannot find anything better, with a fan brush from, I want to say Zoeva. I'm pretty sure it's Zoeva. It is Zoeva. I know Zoeva stuff anywhere. I love Zoeva stuff. Down the center of my nose as well, and then on the cupid's bow. I feel like this look really could go two ways when it comes to the lips, either a really nice dark goth lip or a really beautiful nude lip. I have just gotten two colors from Dose of Colors and I think they're really pretty and I really want to try them. You know what? I'm going to try them. I'm going to go with the color Mood. Alright, sorry guys, my camera cut out on me, but I did feel like the lip was a little bit too light, so I did go in with the color Guess from ColourPop just to line the outer edges of the lips to create a bit of an ombre effect. And this, guys, is the finished look. Now I'm first going to top it off with a bit of all-nighter setting spray just to make sure everything holds and looks luminous and pretty. And this is the finished look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and if you have any questions about the products that I use, the techniques that I use, anything at all, just leave them in the comments box below and I will get to you guys as soon as possible. If you would like to see more of me and more of the things that I do and the makeup that I do, you can follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook. That is all listed in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!